All right, get ready because we are diving deep into Smile 2.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how that first Smile movie just totally got under our skin? That whole viral Smile thing? Well, the sequel is here.
Yeah.
And we're going to unpack how it plays with those classic horror sequel tropes,
Right.
but also how it takes us in a totally new direction.
What I find so interesting is that the director, Parker Finn, he wasn't content with just doing like a copycat Smile, with the new character.
Right.
He was really fixated on this whole pop star angle.
Oh, yeah.
This idea of like someone at the absolute height of fame having to deal with this entity, this force that feeds off your deepest fears.
And it's not just any pop star. We're talking Sky Riley level fame, Can you imagine, like, being adored by millions, but then you look in the mirror and there's this sinister grin just staring back at you?
Yeah.
Like a chilling promise of something lurking beneath the surface.
I mean, talk about pressure. That's a whole other level.
I don't even want to think about it.
And that's the genius, right? Because the article we're looking at, it actually talks about how Finn was really inspired by figures like Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically her struggles, right? Creating this massive public persona while also battling her own personal demons.
Yeah.
And that ties directly into the heart of Smile 2.
It does.
That tension between who we pretend to be and who we really are underneath it all.
And we see that play out so vividly in Naomi Scott's performance as Sky.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, she talks about the emotional roller coaster this character.
Yeah.
Going from like singing, dancing, all that pop star glamour,
Yeah.
to then just being plunged into absolute terror.
Talk about a recipe for psychological horror, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And, speaking of psychological horror, we have to talk about the smile.
Right.
You remember that unsettling grin from the first film? It's back.
It's iconic.
And Finn actually reveals how he directs actors to create those creepy smiles.
Oh, really?
He says, and I quote, "Disconnect the eyes from the smile." Sounds simple, but
disturbed.
it creates this cognitive dissonance,
Yeah, absolutely.
It just feels wrong.
Deeply wrong.
Deeply wrong. It's like unsettling on like a visceral level.
And that unsettling feeling, it gets amplified by how the film uses that twisted smile, Because a smile, it's supposed to be something warm, inviting.
Right.
But here, it's a warning sign.
Exactly. It's like a harbinger of fear.
Like you see a smile, your brain goes, okay, we're good, everything's fine.
Right.
But then the rest of the picture just clashes with that initial feeling.
Yeah.
It's like when you're walking down a dark street and you see someone, but you can't quite make out their face.
Oh, I hate that.
And that uncertainty just gets under your skin.
Absolutely. It's that primal fear of the unknown.
Exactly.
Because a smile, it should be disarming, but in this film, it's like a weapon.
Oh, yeah. It's totally weaponized.
And what makes this whole entity, this force, so terrifying is that it feeds on those little cracks in our facades.
Oh, interesting.
On those moments where what we're projecting outward doesn't match what's happening inside.
So it feeds off that dissonance.
Exactly. The bigger the gap between the smile and the truth,
yeah,
the more powerful it becomes.
Which, let's be real, that's relatable.
Oh, absolutely.
We all wear masks to some extent, right?
Every single one of us.
I mean, think about it.
And that's what I think elevates Smile beyond just like a typical slasher film.
Right.
It's tapping into something much deeper, something universally human.
It's that fear of being truly seen.
Exactly.
Of having our inner darkness just exposed.
And remember how the article mentioned Finn wanting to explore different worlds for this entity to invade?
Oh, yeah. He wasn't just thinking about a pop star or,
right,
whatever, a psychiatrist like in the first one.
Exactly. He was hinting at something much bigger, something much more universal.
Like this entity could infiltrate anything.
Anything, exactly. It could be politics, finance, even something as innocent as a children's birthday party.
Okay, now you're just trying to freak me out.
But it's true. The possibilities are terrifying. And endless.
Oh, absolutely endless. And that's what makes the smile concept so effective. It really gets you thinking.
It really does.
It could be anywhere, anyone.
Right.
You never know who's going to crack that terrifying grin next.
And you know what? Even knowing that the smile itself is the threat, it doesn't make it any less effective when you actually see it.
You're so right.
When that character cracks that unsettling grin, it just, oof. Your stomach drops.
Yeah.
You just know something awful is about to happen.
It's true.
It's like staring into the abyss.
Yeah.
Terrifying, but you can't look away.
It's so true. But it makes you think, like, even in our everyday lives.
Oh, yeah.
How many times have we seen a smile that just, I don't know, It gave us the creeps.
Right. Like, you can't always put your finger on it.
Right.
But smile, it just plants that seed of doubt.
It does.
It makes you question everything you thought you knew about human interaction,
Yeah, like even the most innocent little gesture.
Right.
It suddenly takes on this whole other meaning.
A sinister undertone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, what are we supposed to do? Just never trust a smile again.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far.
Should I just perfect my best, like, frowny face,
Maybe not, but I think what it really highlights is the importance of authenticity.
Ah, interesting.
The more we try to hide our true selves, put on these masks,
Yeah.
the more vulnerable we become.
To those who would exploit that.
Exactly.
Wow, so maybe a genuine smile, a real one?
Yeah.
That's the best defense we have.
Maybe that's the real weapon against the darkness.
Ooh, I like that.
Right.
So embrace your flaws, everyone. The entity probably thinks those are boring anyway.
Exactly.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go for a genuine smile because I think we earned it.
I think we did.
This was a wild ride.
It really was.
Thanks for diving deep with us into Smile 2. Remember, folks, the next time you see a smile, think about what might be lurking beneath the surface.
You never know.
It might be more interesting than you think.